What is going on, Sagittarius? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of November 2nd through the 8th of 2020. Hope you had a great Halloween, a great weekend. I just hope you're doing great. Well, we do have a lot coming this weekend. It gets a little weird with the energy. And then there's definitely a lot going on in between. I would say that the big thing is Mercury is stationing direct in your 11th house this week, and it's going to be squaring Saturn in your second house the whole time as it stations and starts to pick up speed going forward again. So there's definitely, I would say that, because Mercury retrograded back from your 12th house. So you've been internalizing the expanse of the universe and all that there could possibly be, and a lot of unseen things and out there thoughts, maybe, especially with the sun in your 12th house right now. There's a lot of unseen things that you're starting to have realization of. And as that, closes, as we get closer to, I would say that sun coming into your first house. Well, and then, Mercury came back into your 11th house, which is kind of breaking away from, what things should look like and innovating in yourself. So I think you need to express your values in a big way. And then the square to Saturn's like, you need to be responsible and do it. Like, you've internalized this stuff enough. Make sure that you're communicating your spirituality even. Make sure that you're expressing your truth and doing it from a place of your individuality. And it doesn't have to look any certain way. And it's, making sure that the people around you and the groups that you're in know where you're at. And if they don't want to be in it, whatever. And if they do, then great. So there's definitely that aspect of the 11th house that breaks away to connect with what is meant to be. So I think that, there's a lot of communication that might need to happen with people about your ultimate values and what you desire. And then you got Venus in that 11th house as well. I think Venus is definitely trying to make sure that, you see the value in leveling up, whether it's with yourself or with groups of people, and to make sure that, there's a tribe vibe going with relationships. Venus is going to be opposing Mars and Chiron in your 5th house this week. So Venus has got a lot to go through in Libra here, and this is kind of the start. Definitely, there's this balance of making sure that you're taking action for yourself in a creative way and individualizing yourself, and then making sure that I would say that there's a communication aspect that needs to happen with people, and that, as you're innovating and finding yourself, to let people know and to express that and express the value that you have for yourself, and to find that balance. And people are going to flock to that uniqueness and that creative ability that you have when you're in that. So that's definitely, I would say that the balance is making sure that people in groups of people, whether it's friends, know that you're on your own hype and doing it your way, and that's okay. And to still see the value in people and to create win-wins, but to still do it your way. So the moon is going to spend a little bit of time on Rahu, the north node in your 7th house. So there is a lot of focus on your 7th house, and that moon and Rahu are going to be squaring Neptune in your 4th house. This is I would say making sure that relationships and other people are connected to your deep emotional self, your deep ego, and having that security within yourself, and to not be illusioned by what other people think. I would say with that north node in the 7th house in general, you could learn a lot from other people right now, but that doesn't mean that, everything they say is a reflection of you. You still have that value of yourself. You still have that reflection going on of yourself, and you need to make sure that that's strong, and that, learn a lot from people, take in information from everywhere, but make sure there's a balance and you're not just taking on the identity of other people. Find yourself. And I think Mars is helping with that too. And Mars is also making good aspects to that north node, and the moon will be a sextile. Then that moon comes into your 8th house. I think this is trying to release you from anything that isn't giving you self-confidence and value. That's definitely, you have a lot going on in that 2nd house with the Capricorn energy, and the more that you can find that self-confidence and not restrict yourself from it and expand upon it, the better you're going to feel. And the 8th house wants to renew it. So make sure that you're, transmuting negativity towards yourself and owning who you are. And that will be a big help. And then that moon comes into Leo for the weekend. And that's when things get spicy with the 3rd quarter square to the sun in your 12th house. The moon will be in your 9th here. So there's definitely this you just want to expand and see what the universe is going to give you at this point. And you might not know what it's going to look like, but it's just trusting that whatever it's going to be is going to be the right thing for you at this time. And, it could be expansive and out of this world. Well, that moon gets absolutely clobbered here, if you will, and not in like an all negative way. It's just a lot. That moon's going to trine over to Mars retrograde. It's going to quincunx Neptune. It's going to quincunx Jupiter. It's making the square to the sun, obviously. And then the sun is going to be in quincunx to Mars retrograde. It's going to be in trine to Neptune. Like, there's a lot going on. Do you see? So there's this lot of energy that's going on right now. And I think a lot of it comes down to the 12th and 9th house of being able to, let the universe bring you the knowledge and wisdom you need, and to creatively express it and to take action on it in your own unique way, and to, make sure that other people are teaching you things and you're learning, but to not just, you still have to find yourself and take action for yourself. It can't just be all about the other or all about the relationship. Make sure that you're getting your desires met and that you're listening to that guidance from the universe, and that, you're opening up new doors of value within yourself this week. So a lot of quincunx energy this weekend. It can feel like you're just being puppeteered around by spirit, especially with 9th and 12th house stuff. Who knows? So it gets a little weird for Sag. Not gonna lie, at the end of the week, but I think that you're gonna be guided towards the right things for yourself. But you have to make sure that you're in who you are, and you're comfortable there, and you're secure, and it's not an illusion of the identity that you have within yourself. The Queen of Wands. It's very, powerful, right? It's like, take action for all the things and all the desires that you want. I look at the Queen of Wands as very like Leo energy, very like fixed fire, where you just have to, have your creativity and your own passion, and you have to have the courage to express it and not hold back. And that's where it's at. I'd say you have a lot to learn from people, but you still have to have that fire and that drive to go get what you want, which is very Mars in the 5th house. So it is kind of that week. Let your fire express that fire, and trust that you're being guided in the right direction, especially too with all that stuff going on in Leo in your 9th house. When the moon comes in there, making those squares, quincunxes, trines, it gets wild. But I think it's trying to make sure that you can create what you need to by being in your truth and being in yourself, and trusting in the wisdom that's coming to you from the universe. Love you very much, Sag. Hope you have a great week. Peace.